Thank you for joining. I am delighted to be able to offer a space today for you to consciously connect with what you could consider your superpower, to connect to the presence, the omnipresence of all that is, and how much that unravels when we can truly get empty and feel worthy to open to this absolute light of divinity. So that is the purpose of this gathering today, and I'm just going to share some insight and wisdom around the unfolding at this time, and the purpose of this is to strengthen yourself. So bear with me, I'm going to turn this music down for now. Aho. It's just so lovely that you've chosen to come down and in and give yourself some space and time. My absolute intention is to hold a container and inspire you to open yourself deeper into your own self-realization. I am not presenting myself in any way as somebody to be followed or even that knows more than you. This is a collective awakening that's unfolding. But I will introduce myself. I'm a grandmother and a student of the Ageless Wisdom for 30 years. And very grateful. Very, very grateful. 30 years ago, in 1994, I had what could be looked at as a Kundalini awakening right to the crown of my head. A lot of energy. But it has taken me 30 years to fully groundedly embody and integrate that in a way that I can so deeply and completely make sense of it. So I feel a sense of responsibility to share and support other people in their awakening, to actually strengthen our capacity to hold the voltage of this sacred presence that I'm talking about, which is actually the vivid intelligence, the radiant pulse frequency being radiated from the light, love, warmth, generosity and wisdom and power from the source of all creation through the central spiritual sun. So it's coming from behind that central spiritual sun, through the central spiritual sun, then through our physical sun, and then activating us. It's a presence that's the omnipresence, that is above you, in front of you, behind you, below you, and inside you. And it's speaking to each of us individually to actually inform us of what it is that we need to do in every moment. And the thing is, as you probably really know and understand, that it's so easy to just get swept off our feet in distraction, avoidance of the self and of the enormity of this presence that is the God consciousness. It's so much easier to keep being, and if I think about it in the terms of a biblical way of looking at this, not that I'm somebody that would consider myself Christian, but I have studied deeply the Bible and have the deepest respect for Christ consciousness. But if we look at it biblically, that the original fall, accordingly, if we were to simplify it, was taking from the tree of knowledge, something outside of ourselves, rather than being in the access of the tree of life, which opens us to this presence. So in this little moment of time that you've chosen to tune in, I really would like to support you to have a very simple, powerful resource, if you like, practice, where you could just open to this holy presence of the One, which is unified with your presence, that is the stainless purity of you, the eternal of you, the immutable aspect of you that was never born, never died. So I'm just taking a deep breath into that just spacious, clear light that is also called the Dharmakaya in Tibetan Buddhism, and is our primordial wisdom nature. And once we really orientate ourselves to be with the unborn self that's whole, healed, and at one with the One, that has access to the all and knows itself to be nothing. It's not the doer at the same time. It's very full and very empty at the same time. It's absolutely non-dual. The presence of this spacious, clear light beyond mind can then inform the mind of what you've inherited in this body, in this lifetime, through your DNA, that is a suit in a simulation, in a dreaming on this earth, like a holographic miracle of where we as humans get to evolve, and our ultimate purpose is to accumulate merit through our selfless service. That's cultivating bodhicitta through compassion, through being able to cut through the story of what's arisen, what we're looking at, what we are being presented with, what has arisen through our subconscious mind, because on some level it's also what we've programmed. And the question is it our conscious programming or our unconscious programming? So the reason that I'm very keen to hold that space with you and for you to connect to the presence of the eternity and the magnificence of you that is beyond measure, is because when you do connect to this, and you connect to the presence of the One that is also our creator, the source, the power that comes in terms of intelligence to guide you into a divine plan that is unfolding through each of us to speed us up in our evolution, to come into a golden age that is absolutely happening, can really help us to groundedly have the courage to look at where the pain is, look at where we've compromised ourselves, where we are playing out the story of the DNA in a subconscious way to get attention or approval, to be liked, because somewhere an imprint went in to us as children that we weren't enough. And every human is working through this on some level, of, at least for my generation at age 61. Some of the younger generation are in a much better situation and in a whole new level of evolution. But we're working together to support each other, and we always have the opportunity to come back. But to open ourselves to the timeless presence of this divinity that is the vivid intelligence that's informing us of if that's a good route to go. Should you get into business with these people? If you were to open and decide to present yourself in a particular way, is that going to be coming from absolute authenticity? You know, this presence, the silence that's talking to us, when we're still enough to feel it and open ourselves to it, will give us all the information that we need to evolve and come into fulfillment. Because we are designed to evolve, to come into fulfillment and into our mastery through the heart, through the path of the heart, the beauty way that has learnt to alchemize and love and have acceptance for how it is in the moment, wherever the moment is. That brings such grace and such liberation, rather than this constant fighting because it hasn't met our expectation. It's so deep as we unravel this DNA that we've been given to look through, the lens that we're looking through. Because in reality, the presence of you is that one that's looking through. It's the trained observer, the silent witness. These are terms that I'm using that are part of the study that I've been in for the last 30 years called Esoteric Psychology, Solar Philosophy and Ageless Wisdom. And this gives us information from the 7 great rishis, the 7 solar lords that guard this universe and radiate through a colour frequency, through a sound frequency, particular qualities that help us to develop mastery and our attributes. So what I'm sharing, giving glimpses of, is not it's not based on a religion, and yet it encompasses the wisdom of the 84,000 sutras of the Buddha. It encompasses the wisdom of Krishna and Radha and Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva and their consorts. It encompasses the indigenous wisdom of the earth keepers, plant medicines. It encompasses the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad and the Quran and the very high teachings that are understood by the Sufis. It encompasses the teachings of Jesus and in his transmission and office as the Christ, and it brings it into synthesis. It actually even encompasses, for instance, the wisdom of the Kabbalah and the Jewish traditions. There's nothing it doesn't encompass. And the beautiful thing about this is it doesn't have a leader or a teacher, and it isn't a construct to say you need to do it this way or that way, because it includes the highest tantras of Tibetan Buddhism, where there is no right, no wrong, and it's non-dualistic. So I feel very humble to be able to finally at this age articulate the beauty of going on a shamanic journey inside yourself to unravel, explore the temple that houses our consciousness, that can give you access to the tree of life in you and help you build the bridge to this stainless purity of the cosmic fire aspect of you that is your spirit, the light that you are in the eternal, beyond this dream where we take on an ego personality and then get lost because we have an emotional body that's going round and round, lifetime after lifetime, feeling uncentered, absorbing the terror and the fear that life is chaotic and there's no purpose and there isn't a divine plan, or falling, I'm using that word very strongly, into a trap where you can give your power to this guru outside of you, this teacher teaching outside of you, that leads you into a concretized doctrine that's not a living truth, that constricts you to not be in your own self-realization, but imprints you with this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, these people are demonic, keep away. And it puts us into a distrust, and it takes us out of compassion to understand that actually this battle that humanity's in, this demon that we all think we have to fight, is just that was not loved, that wasn't witnessed and held, and that built up all this energy of self-hatred that becomes the hater. So the ageless wisdom and everything I'm sharing today is a beautiful self-study where you can really come into trusting the presence that's guiding you into your self-realization. And that's incredible. It's not like I'm sorry, I was going to say American gushy sales pitch. That sounds very judgmental. I don't mean that. I've got so many American friends that I love and look, really honour how evolved a lot of them are in their capacity to see truth and witness truth. So I apologise. But there is that spiritual, almost, it's like this whole thing of selling at a person, this thing that you need to get outside of you. And in reality, all that needs to happen for your growth, your wake up, your strengthening, and your self-realization that's going to lead and guide you to exactly what's perfect for your own absolute core authentic expression is to come down and in and to consciously connect with this presence. Excuse me. So, yeah, I really would like to make space for that today. And please feel free, if you want to leave in the chat any questions before I take you into a shamanic journey to connect with the presence of the highest of high and holiest of holy of all that you are, and your connection to the source of creation. So please, if there's anything you want to ask, this is a good moment. Okay. No problem. Let's go for it then. me just get some music ready. Okay, so inviting you to sit up, shoes off. If you need a cushion behind your back so your back is lovely and straight, please do. It's important to get comfortable. And I'm inviting you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, drawing in the globules of prana, life force energy in the air. Breathing that in all the way down to the base of your spine. And noticing that connection between your feet and the ground. Just opening yourself to feel the soles of your feet interfacing with the ground under you. And just being aware of that shimmering electrical life force energy that supports you. And release that breath out through the mouth. And we're going to do a few breaths like this just to clear the mind and help you come down and in to open the axis mundi, the alignment of all that you are to the source of creation. So holding the breath when it's in, deep down. And if it's possible, hold your focus 4 fingertips below the base of your spine, because there's a great vortex here. And when you access this vortex, you will notice the energy going up through your spine, because you've opened yourself to the Great Mother. Because her whole purpose and support of holding you is that you can unify with the Father of creation to come and open into their alchemical marriage. So just inviting the Great Mother's presence, let's take a moment to give thanks. Aho, Great Spirit. Father Sun, Father Sky, aho to you, Great Mystery. Great Mother, thank you for this body. Thank you for this moment, in this dreaming. We call upon you today, your grace, your abundant fertility and prosperity to really honor all that we are gifted to be here, to have this body. And in this moment, Great Mother, we ask you please to bless the life and light of our physical mother, wherever she is in this moment, to give thanks for her labor to have held us in her womb, to have opened herself wide enough for us to have been birthed into this dimension. And Holy Father of all creation, giving thanks for the light and the holy presence of you that imbued the seed, that ignited with our mother's egg. Thank you to our Father, whatever the story. Please bless him as we deepen into your presence, wherever he is, that he may come into a more auspicious outcome in his future lives. May somehow through this body and through my life, your life, that we can further our parents who held us and opened us to be here now in this unprecedented great awakening on this earth. Oh, Creator Spirit, as we breathe to open to your presence, please receive the offering of all that we are, individually and collectively here, right now. Please help us to prepare, to purify, to open ourselves as the holy flute that you can play through, to guide us into the right activity within your divine plan, to say those words that need to be said, to feel those feelings that need to be felt, to sing those songs, to make those offerings, to nurture, to care, to empower, and to have compassion. Please open our hearts wider than ever before, that we may become an expression of your generosity, warmth, love, wisdom, and power to bring the healing needed at this time on this earth. Please open us with your presence to become an embodied peacekeeper that radiates the light of tranquility. And we call upon the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas from the realms of Shambhala to bless us in this moment, to have the courage to expand into the cosmic fire of this holy presence. To hold us, to hold and to receive the blessings of the lineages that have led to 960 million cities within Shambhala, of enlightened societies, people living in harmony, people living in fulfillment, people living without the need for money, people living in plenty. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas from the realms of Shambhala, please inspire us. Om Hri. Hakcha Mala Varyam Soha. Om Hri. Hakcha Mala Varyam Soha. Om Hri. Hakcha Mala Varyam Soha. I bow to the Kala Chakra and the lineage holders that are supporting our awakening on this earth. Om Hri Hakcha Mala Varyam Soha. And we call upon the 7 great rishis that guard this universe. We bow to you, Lord Nataraj. With the greatest reverence, please hold this earth safely at this time of wild, crazy talk of World War III. Please help us to reverse this breach and protect this earth and all her inhabitants. Please help the wake up for our leaders. Please help us to redream a good outcome and to trust in your presence here. So I invite you in this moment to take a deep breath into your heart space, to rest yourself in your heart, to open yourself to the Christ consciousness, holy omnipresence, to feel that paramount unconditional love here for you, holding you, loving you, looking through you. May you know your divinity. And still holding your awareness in your heart space, I invite you to connect to your brow center, to feel that connection from the heart to the brow and the crown of your head as you open deeper than ever before to invoke the light of the Father of all creation, to connect and alchemize with the Mother of all creation through you in this offering, to be an acupuncture point with the holy presence of life moving through you. And on this very day, inviting you to consciously invoke the holy I am presence of all that you've ever been, of all that you ever will be. to fill you, to fill this body of atoms, electricity and space, to radiate through you. The holy I am that I am. And if it's possible to have your hands upturned on your thighs, just to feel that light coming through your heart, down your arms, into your hands, consciously opening yourself to the electromagnetic field of light around you and through you with this presence. And now I'd like to invite you to look through your brow center with your eyes closed. Looking through the gate of non-duality, this sacred gateway that opens you to witness the good, the true, and the beautiful, to let go of fault finding and projecting doom and gloom, opening you to your at-one-ment, the atonement, the coming home to be at one with the will of the one that is loving compassion and non-dualistic. That has the power to alchemize every every wrongness into the good, the true and the beautiful by developing pure view. As Shakyamuni Buddha mastered and supported so many people to find the tools to practice, to purify the mind that obscures our reality. Giving thanks to the presence, connecting to our etheric field that holds the divine blueprint of our purpose. Giving thanks to the gatekeepers of the 7 directions, grandmothers, grandfathers. Thank you for your presence here. Imaho Vajraguru Padmasiddhi Om. Giving thanks to the angelic realms and the fairy realms of this sacred land of Avalon. Thank you for your presence here on this autumn day. Thank you to the Devas and the spirit custodians. And the sacred land of your sanctuary. May it be auspicious. From the point of light within the mind of existence, light streams forth into the minds of all mankind. Light illumines this earth. From the point of love within the heart of existence, love streams forth into the hearts of all. I am you, you am I, we are one. From the centre, known as humanity, purpose and intent aligns in loving service to the one and all. From the centre known as humanity, the plan of love and light and wisdom now restores the balance on planet Earth. And so it is. Love, light and wisdom now restores the balance on planet Earth. May the light of Spirit shine upon you, upon all beings, in all planes and all dimensions, now and forevermore, for the ultimate good of all. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. All in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. All in the name of the Mother, the Soul, and the collective consciousness of humanity. Ahom Takwiasan. Bless you. Thank you for your presence, and please know if you're interested to study with me, you can book a call to discuss it. I'm currently doing an ageless wisdom shamanic training online. I also have a beautiful shamanic journey for couples that's a 6-month-long training course on White Tantra and how to harmonize beyond the story and how to etherically connect into a profound, it's so profound, comes with a lot, and it's really inexpensive, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And please share this. I will be putting this onto YouTube, and I would love it if you can share this, because I feel like it's needed. Thank you once again, and I wish you a beautiful day. Ahom Takwiasan. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.